There we go. I remember when the Super Best Friends played this game, back when they were just two best friends play. They kept calling it Revelaton.
We can thank Google for one thing. I double checked that yes, the amount I discussed for Revelations was correct.
Got it.
Like I said, I like to check my receipts and make sure so I don't accidentally overcharge someone or get overcharged.
Receipts, motherfucker. Receipts.
I'm still kicking myself for losing one of the most important ones this past week. Oh well. I guess we can think of it like this. I can simultaneously play the campaign with you.
Yeah.
Even if we're not doing co-op. I'll basically be mirroring your movements. For that matter, that actually kind of does help. It would effectively give you a second pair of eyes for any given puzzle.
That's true. That is true. Alright.
Then again, you'd have that second pair of eyes just by having me watch the stream.
Oh, yeah.
Either way, it gives me something to do with my hands while we're streaming. Instead of just mindlessly changing Transformers back and forth for the umpteenth time.
Hello, Internet. Welcome back to the cave. You may have noticed that the angle of the camera is different. That's because we have entered a new era of the Bear Cave.
The slightly better equipment era.
Yes. Still need a better mic with like noise cancellation or something, but that can come later. I have an L-shaped desk now. I got my computer monitor here. I got my game monitor here. Don't know what I'm going to do with my second computer monitor. We'll figure that out on Thursday. And yes, we are. You may be looking at the stream title. We are back to the schedule. Today we're playing Resident Evil Revelations, a game that we thought was co-op.
And we're half right.
There is no campaign co-op.
But there is co-op in the raid mode. We will not be playing the raid mode today.
We're here for that sweet, sweet, confusing story. So, yes, Vegas Bear here as always with Mikumon.
Hello.
As per usual, Taro and Webb are not here because they don't vibe with Resident Evil, which is okay.
It's perfectly fine. Like, everybody has their own preferences, tolerances, yada yada. It's just the nature of being people.
Yep. So, like I said, we are playing Resident Evil Revelations today. So we just turn that off. I said turn it off. turn that on. And switch over to this screen. Now, fair warning, this game was made during what I call the sexy era of Resident Evil.
I call it the we need cold showers era.
Because character designs are made to look much more appealing.
Resi fans in general would probably call this the action-focused era,
That too.
where it's trying to feel more like an action movie and thus action game than horror. The horror elements are still very much here, but there's clearly been a shift in focus at this point in Resi's history.
Mostly because of Resident Evil 4. Now, before you put the pitchforks down, and let me explain. Resident Evil 4 is still a fantastic game.
Ain't nobody arguing that.
There's a reason why it was ported to like 7 different systems before eventually being
And continues to be ported to this day.
even with the remake though. Like,
And you can be damn sure the remake's gonna be ported to everything under the sun.
Yep. I've played both versions. The original is still really, really good. It is still one of the best. But it did lean more towards action than horror. There's still a lot of horror in that game, though. Don't get me wrong. But it did lean more towards the action side of things. And because of its success, I feel that is why Resident Evil shifted more towards action. This kind of came...
Plus, you know, the movies had to have had some influence.
Yeah, probably. I think the first one came out around RE4. Let me look.
Now, my own personal history with the series, while Bear's looking into that, I knew of Resident Evil for quite some time and had played bits and snippets of an upcoming game for the stream, Resident Evil 5. But for the most part, I never really engaged with the franchise or its story up until like the last 5 years or so.
Okay, so the first Resident Evil film came out in 2002. Resident Evil 4 came out 3 years later.
Like I said, the movie probably influenced something in the development pipeline.
That, I mean, the laser hallway, most definitely.
So, as far as what I consider my first real Resi experience, the first game I played from beginning to end and really got to experience what the franchise was like was Resident Evil 7.
A good starting point.
Which, I know there are people who complain about the first-person view and the more Saw-esque approach to horror, especially in Lucas's segment.
Lucas is a piece of shit, but we'll get to that.
But it still got me interested enough in the rest of the franchise that I decided to stick around for Resident Evil 2 and 3 Remake, so...
And he didn't run away when I was playing RE1 Remake, so he stuck around this one.
As clunky as that motherfucker is, I'd still play it.
So, story-wise, this takes place... Shit.
Well, considering the main cast, it has to be either before or after 3.
It's been a while since I've had to talk about this, so I have to have to look up the timeline again.
We skipped Code Veronica because, well, it's Code Veronica.
Yeah.
And there's really no convenient, smooth way to play it.
Until they make a remake, get on it, Capcom.
Please. Like, Code Veronica playing the same way you got Remake 2 and Remake playing would be amazing.
Okay, so Resident Evil 4 took place in 2004, and Revelations takes place in 2004 and 2005. So this is after. So this is after the Umbrella trials, or no?
So we're still in between 4 and 5 at the moment.
Yes. So the biggest, the biggest thing story-wise is that Chris and Jill helped form the BSAA, an anti-bioweapons task force of sorts.
For any Marvel fans in the audience, basically S.H.I.E.L.D. with the express purpose of dealing with Umbrella-style bioweapons.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jill.
Hi, Jill.
Case in point with that art direction.
Yeah, Jill is in a wetsuit for the entirety of the game. So,
incredible.
Yeah.
The
That
Queens and
sexy
all.
era I was talking about.
This thing is lucky to be afloat.
Take us around. Let's find a boarding point.
These Carnival Cruise Lines sure went downhill.
Who would have
Not that it was ever popular to begin with.
I was about to say, who would have thought right? Carnival Cruise would be a bad idea.
Gotta love grappling hooks.
Absolutely.
It's been 94 minutes since Chris and Jessica dropped off the radar.
But the interpolation from their last known coordinates puts them...
Right here on this ship.
Alright.
So, not quite tank controls, but definitely closer to what RE4 and Onward would provide.
You okay? Turning with the right stick and I'm moving with the left stick.
The left.
I might be able to shoot it off.
Oh, well, this is just lovely.
The sound of things, it reeks.
It's been abandoned for a while.
Also, the mini-map is a godsend. say that much.
No signs of life. But I feel like something's
So
here.
the minimap here has a function that I mentioned on a previous game we played,
think
whether it
we're
was on
alone.
stream or not, I don't recall off the top of my head. But the fact that it shows you not only
That doesn't look like just water.
when we did the Digimon demo, the fact that it not only shows you the direction the character is pointing, but the camera too.
Yes. Unfortunately, it seems in this one, the camera and character are,
One and the same.
yeah. Although I think it's mostly because, you know, if I turn Jill, I'm also turning the camera.
There's blood coming from the ducts.
Alrighty.
No power, which means no elevator for us. It's not working.
Yeah, no shit, Jill.
I have heard it said before, but I will parrot the sentiment just so people understand why people were saying it. At the time, it was basically being said that if you wanted a true sequel to Resident Evil 4, you had to play Dead Space.
Yeah. People
Short
would
it
often
out.
say that that's like people consider Dead Space to be the real Mario Files.
Largely because the controls are still intact and so is the horror vibe. There are still definitely action elements in Dead Space, but the horror is in the front seat.
It is funny how both these franchises fell to the action genre and then came back
Parker, give me a hand here.
Sure, no problem.
stronger than ever, I might add.
It's almost like getting people who are passionate about their jobs and know what they're doing is ideal for getting the games to work. And also giving them the
got
time they
something.
need to actually do their jobs.
I think it's a gun.
Now what?
Give me a sec.
Like, the brunch culture of video game development is legendarily toxic.
And I don't think I need to mention
So, it's not Chris.
how Team Cherry, the group that made Hollow Knight and Soap Song, made these games with only 3 people. And then price the
This
game at $20.
explains our missing crew.
This is not good. Where are you, Chris?
I will say this much from what I've seen and experienced of the game thus far. The controls feel so much better than 5. despite being largely similar. Including the fact that you have backup early.
This sunny and idyllic Mediterranean coast was the site of one of the world's greatest structures. It took a full 11 years to finish constructing the world's first Aquapolis, the floating city of Terra Grigia.
Oh my God.
A sustainable metropolis operating on a massive solar energy matrix and equipped with the latest green technologies. Never before had solar energy been used to supply power to an entire city. But in 2004, Veltro, a terrorist group opposing the city's development, launched a bioterrorist attack. They not only released a virus, but also several creatures, known as bioorganic weapons, further complicating the situation. This launched one of the worst tragedies the world has ever seen. The FBC, the world's leading counter-bioterror organization operating under the auspices of the US, was called in to direct efforts to contain the attack. The BSAA, a counter-bioterror NGO, which operates independently of the interests of any one country, went in as observers to assist the FBC. Realizing the need for immediate and decisive action, Supreme Local Headquarters issued the order to use the city's solar energy matrix on itself. Media outlets around the world began to refer to the incident as the Terra Grigia Panic. Following the incident, the FBC announced it has successfully disbanded the terrorist group.
Yeah, you could tell this game was basically developed for like PS2,
it is now
Xbox, and
2005,
GameCube.
and a sense of calm and security is finally returning
And
to
then
the
told it
people.
was going to be on next gen, so they spruced up the
But,
graphics on it.
as you can see, the lost city of Terra Grigia remains inaccessible, a silent and potent symbol of the threat that bioterror poses for people around the world.
At least this scene is, well, reasonably well lit. I don't expect that to last.
So while Leon was busy in Spain, Terra Grigia was torn apart.
Ah, there you two are.
O'Brien, you don't normally join the fray.
Well, my doctor told me I need exercise. I assume you both know that the FBC has cordoned off the entire area. However, in the past few weeks, a number of
3:50 p.m.
mysterious carcasses
Mediterranean
have washed
coast.
up.
I guess the FBC couldn't cover up a mess this big, huh?
Anyone who knows what happened here is going to put two and two together.
And that's why I've sent the BSAA in to investigate. Did you pick up your new equipment from Quint?
The, Genesis or something. Is that its name?
You didn't bother to read the manual, did you?
No, I brought it with me, just in case.
I hope you read quickly, because you're gonna need it on your mission.
Yeah, I'm on it.
So, O'Brien, I don't mind O'Brien. You're not O'Brien, sorry. The other character.
Genesis Manual, version 1.0.9. Genesis, the nickname of a high-level bioscanner currently being tested and developed by the Global Pharmaceutical Consortium. GPC for short. It bounces special synchrotron radiation off of a target in order to analyze it. Viral analysis. It is possible to detect and analyze even the smallest amount of viruses. Vaccine manufacturing. Since version 1.0.4, it has been possible to produce simple vaccines from the viral analysis data. Detection. Using synchrotron radiation, it is possible to detect specific objects. The data for bullets, medicinal herbs, etc. are registered within the internal memory for testing. If a detectable object is nearby, the indicator will, in the lower right area of the monitor, will light up.
Ah, look at this
Yeah,
man.
not
Oh,
O'Brien,
they're rotted
but
to hell.
this guy. I forgot his name already.
We'll call him Joe.
He is a decent addition to the cast, even though this is the only game he actually shows up in. He does show up in one of the Resident Evil manga, which I do believe are canon to the games. But they make sure that the game that nothing too terribly important happens in the mangas. In the manga. Oh, shit.
Skin so pale. I've never seen anything like it.
But
Use
this
the
guy
gems
did
to
show
get a
up
reading on it.
in. Oh, this is an awkward control.
Genesis requires a decent sample size to get an accurate reading.
L1
Scan the
to
carcasses on the
hold-
beach and send me your
hold down
data.
L1 to bring it out, and then use R2 to use it.
Have a look at this.
I don't think you want to know what these are.
I say awkward, but then I just remember the correct way of doing this. For some reason, I put my thumb on L1 and not my pointer finger. Basically, mistake on my part, and my face is covering up the damn mini-map.
The map.
Let me just move myself over here.
I will say right now, I didn't think these looked like carcasses. I thought they looked like piles of biomass a la Halo's Flood. But no, they're more than that. I might have gotten a little bit ahead with the scanning and found one of these has teeth.
Okay!
Careful, you two. God only knows the street virus is here.
Yeah,
I found the one that has
whatever
teeth.
the hell that is.
We're up.
After Raccoon City, this must be a cakewalk.
I suppose. So why'd you quit the FBC for this outfit?
I wanted to be more involved. I wanted to fight.
I see you two are okay. Continue with the investigation.
Honestly,
but proceed with extreme
I'd rather
caution.
deal with the zombies in Raccoon City than this. At least there were clear body parts to aim at.
I'm getting
Metal
something
detected.
from inside it.
Careful now.
Don't worry, I've done this before. I've got something.
Yeah, I've done this before.
What is
And I've
this?
seen enough John Carpenter movies to know
If
that
it's an
sticking your
engineered
hand in the
mutation,
mouth of something
this
toothy
could
is a
prove
bad
it.
idea. Even if you
I'll
think
run
it's
some
dead.
tests on this.
Especially if you think it's dead.
Continue with the investigation.
I don't pay you to play. I pay you to work.
Also, like, if I lived in this universe working for this organization or anything similar doing this kind of work, you would never catch me without hand sanitizer.
We don't have
Oh,
enough
yeah.
data to run a complete analysis. Gather some more samples from the carcasses on the beach.
sanitizer, rubbing alcohol. Like, you'd never find me without something to hopefully kill the everything I come into contact with.
I would come into work every day with wearing a hazmat suit.
I'd figure out how to get out of this freaking universe, take a very long vacation, and then come back with some Mjolnir-powered assault armor.
That smell must have ruptured from gas.
Christ, what a mess.
Yeah, if any, I would ask for a desk job. Like,
Preferably at a site far, far away from viral testing. Or product testing of any kind, for that matter.
pretty sure they do most of their testing out on the field. And they have
You never know.
They have dedicated research areas, like research stations. Getting your analysis rate up to 100% will earn you a health recovery item. The rate you receive will go down if you analyze enemies of the same kind.
I've collected enough samples.
Apparently there's a handprint on one of the containers here you can scan.
One of 30? They're hidden handprints.
Oh, damn it, not another one.
Finally, some peace
Get
and quiet.
fucked, slug.
All in a day's work for you two, eh?
They look more like giant
All
leeches
right,
to
enough
me,
chit
but
chat. Get
hey.
that sample data to me.
There you are. Nice work.
No doubt about it. These corpses show signs of viral infection.
Yeah, no shit,
But
they're
it's no
blobs.
coincidence they came through the FBC's blockade.
Well, we
Even
did all
goddamn
we can.
worse.
Now, we wait for the results to come back from HQ. Huh? It's the emergency line. Yeah, it's me.
They are meat slimes.
What? Yes, that's fine. I'll take it from here. We'll have to speed things up. Starting now. Huh? Good. Get to it. Jill, Parker,
Parker's.
you two are still on the case.
What happened?
We lost contact with Chris and Jessica.
Well, how?
We're not certain. I've sent their last known coordinates to your terminals.
The signal was lost over the ocean. I thought they were in the mountains chasing Veltro. But judging from their position, they must be...
On a ship. I'll go back to HQ, take charge of the search and rescue. You two will be my eyes out there.
Yes, sir.
So the flashbacks of Terra Grigia are in 2004. The main game, I believe, is in 2005. I got an S for accuracy and an S for deaths, and I got nothing for clear time.
Let me actually get through. 89% S rank accuracy, S rank deaths.
Think these things got to Chris and Jessica?
Nothing for clear time.
I hope not.
Hey, no one's saying Chris is dead.
All
In fact,
right.
I'm pretty sure.
Then let's find him already.
I mean, there was this one time I had this hallucination where the moon
I'll
was
check it out.
Wesker and Chris punched
Okay.
it anyway.
I'll see what I can find here.
Copy that. I'll radio you if I pick up Chris's trail. This thing has a lot of similarities to the corpses on the beach.
Fans of the Gmod Idiot Box, you're welcome.
Christ, these things. It can't be.
Yo, what?
Chris! Come on, say something!
Oh god, they're trying to torture him into becoming a Tekken character.
I found Chris, but he's trapped in there.
Can you get him out?
No, it's a tough lock. I need the key.
Okay, then let's find it.
Not going down that way.
Looks like nowhere to go but up. Oh, hey, an herb. I forgot to try scanning the green herbs and see if that does anything.
Shit.
We'll have to remember that next time one pops up. Also, Resis 2 and 3 have officially freaking ruined me when it comes to, expecting shit to pop out of lockers. And I don't mean, like, loot either. I mean jump scares. Yeah, Jill, no shit, this place is a mess.
Chill, I was not aware you were promoted to captain. Captain Obvious. Yes, that was a terrible joke. Please don't laugh.
There's an anchor mark on the door. Looks like we'll need an anchor key.
Did the Trevor family company or whatever build build this ship too? Like, what the fuck?
At least we know that's 2 locked doors up there.
Oh!
I found something through the wall. On the stairwell. The scanner picked up something through the wall on the stairs, so... Hooray.
Did I just watch someone get fucking murdered?
I'm watching a poor schmuck get devoured by, well, dead things.
I believe we saw the same thing.
Out of bullets! Getting out of here!
Found a survivor. The BOW's got her, though.
Who was she?
I'm still trying to piece that together. Parker, I couldn't find anything out on the woman, but I did find a key.
Another green herb in the corner without scanning. Yeah,
I'll meet you in the crisis room.
So, scanning them just says that, hey, there's an item here.
Fair enough. Be careful going back up the stairs when you have the key.
Understood. Also, I would just like to add that this is another woman in a wetsuit with the zipper pulled almost all the way down. At least Jill stops at a certain point. Ooh, more bullets in the locker.
That's what I was about to warn you about. I had to juke around them because I ran out of ammo.
So there was some ammo in that locker on the floor.
I ain't risking it.
Why are you in the dryer?
Yeah, don't you know zombies are dry clean only? You're gonna shrink that way.
You're gonna lose a limb that way.
Got a grenade and some ammo. I'm gonna go back for the one in that locker. Nope, not worth it.
Oh, was there another one?
I failed to kill the two that were in that, you know, room that were eating the other diver. And I also failed to kill the one that came down the stairs because I was out of ammo at the time.
Oh shit!
That's it took me 6 shots to put one of these idiots down, and I only have like 9 bullets left.
Yeah, these things are kind of bullet sponges, aren't they?
Looks like I may have to go back down there after all. Also, how the hell am I supposed to use these grenades?
When you're not aiming the gun, I believe hold R1.
That one went down to a single headshot. Why can't they all be that easy?
Because shooting him in the head is surprisingly difficult.
No kidding.
Also, it's not a hold. You don't have to hold it. You just have to press it.
At least I killed both of them at once with that grenade. On a scale of what I'd rather deal with when it comes to things Jill's seen, there's the regular raccoon zombies. Then there's these guys.
Dude,
Come on,
And then
we
there's
gotta help Chris.
the tyrant.
Chris!
Chris, we're here to save you.
Chris? What is this?
I think it's got a bomb strapped to it. It's all
great.
destructive.
It's a trap!
It's time you learned the truth, Miss Valentine.
Well, I'm gonna be stuck until I find that stupid anchor key.
You don't need it. At least not for this part. Okay, we finished episode. Well, I finished episode 1. Imagine making one. It's not that far behind.
Hey, there's something blinking over there. I should probably pick it up. Handgun ammo. Perfect.
Previously on Resident Evil Revelations.
Oh my god, they're
Lost
treating this like a
contact
fucking
with Chris and Jessica.
previously.
The signal was lost over the ocean,
Well, this did release an episode after all.
right here on this ship.
Was that only... Oh,
Signs of life. But I feel like something's here.
I think it's a gun. This is
I've
not
seen
good.
Siren blood.
Where are you, Chris? Chris!
Only in Japan.
What is this?
Great. Shit. It's a trap.
It's time you learned the truth. Miss Valentine.
I'm going somewhere with this, and believe me, it's a stretch. The guy that worked on the original Siren games used to be a part of Team Silent, the group that made Silent Hill. I bring this up because someone was a streamer by the name of Maximilian Dude was given a chance to play Silent Hill F early, but only for so long and up to a certain point. And let me tell you, oh, this game is I'm gonna fucking hate this game.
Slow down, Chris.
We're almost there, Jessica.
I certainly hope so. My feet are killing me.
Our source indicates the camp is on the far side of this peak.
Maybe it's the weather, but I still can't make contact with HQ.
Guess what this game has?
Who'd have thought we'd be stuck out here for so
Silent Hill F
long?
has.
What?
Shit that triggers tryptophobia.
Keep it away from Jax.
So I would just like to add that Jessica here does not look like she is dressed as a BSAA agent. She's dressed like fucking... What's her name from Superman?
Which Superman?
The new one, James Gunn.
Lex's current girlfriend?
Oh, current ex, yes.
The plane!
Yeah, I don't remember
My
the
God,
name either.
it crashed.
But she's dressed like her, right?
There shouldn't be any shipping routes in this
Yeah,
area.
I see that.
And the intel we got on Veltro was on the money. Come on.
S ranks, no time bonus. Episode 2, here we go.
Jesus, no one could have lived
At this
through
point,
that.
I'm just going to leave the game paused. They like caught up with you.
Investigate the site. Let me know if you
It's
find
not
anything.
worth trying to simulplay. Whoever did this, it wasn't
What
human.
the hell were they carrying?
Yeah. No shit.
Oh, fuck. Flight plan.
The manifest should give us a lead to work with.
Let's see. They were headed for Valkoinen Airport.
If that's where they are, this mine should take us there.
I'm just gonna double back the page, see if we can scan it to Genesis. There is something here. Handgun ammo.
Always useful.
Yep.
Man, I just realized if we put like a bunch of the Spartans from Halo in their fully equipped power armor into, say, any given Resident Evil game, so for sake of argument, the Raccoon City incident from 2 and 3, man, the Spartans would wreck shit up.
Yeah, Umbrella would send in the Mr. X's, and they would just get reports across the board that the Mr. X's were wiped out. It's like, who the fuck?
Keep in mind, Spartans are able to lift 60-ton tanks and flip them.
Yeah, they'd be able to wipe out the Mr. X's, no problem.
When in their armor, they're durable to withstand re-entry. Spartans have a nasty little habit of surviving falls from orbit.
Jessica,
Getting up,
I need
dusting
a hand.
themselves off, and just
Hold
getting
on.
going. The Master Chief has done this no fewer than twice. And he's not the only Spartan to pull this shit.
You should have worn your thermal underwear.
I believe there was one from the books that did this too.
Did you hear that?
I think they're infected. Careful, Jessica.
See? This is why I like Chihuahuas.
Of course you would like Chihuahuas.
Was the plane transporting these things?
Looks that way, doesn't it?
Then Veltro was
I
back from the
can't
dead.
really complain about
Yeah.
that. That's how I
We have to stop them before anyone gets
had a
hurt.
Chihuahua, and I loved her. I loved her very much.
It's an easy, cute thing to like, is the point we're making.
Yes.
Well, like, and the point I was getting at with the Spartans was they might not even need weapons to deal with Mr. X. The X's and the Tyrants, Spartans could probably rip them apart with their bare hands.
I want to see that now. A Spartan Legends.
And keep in mind, I've nerfed the Spartans by only giving them their armor and not their weapons. If I gave them weapons from the Halo universe, oh, this goes from a curb stop to a laughing fit. Like, let me just put it this way. The zombies already have variable reactions to bullets. How do you think they'd react to plasma weaponry?
Well, actually, we kind of know the answer to that. Nemesis at the end of 3.
That was a railgun, though.
Was that? No.
Which, to their credit, they do have one of those in Halo.
POW decoy, a grenade-type sub-weapon. Once it hits the ground, it lets out a unique sound that roars in surrounding enemies, then explodes, taking out everything in the vicinity. Very effective if used correctly. Okay.
Yeah, in Halos 4 and 5, it has yet to return in any modern air quotes, modern Halo games, to my knowledge, UNSC introduced a railgun model. That's basically about the size of your typical rifle. Like, it's already got a power source in there to launch the projectiles. What you're doing is effectively just putting in the ammunition to fire. And how far and how much force it fires with depends on how long you hold the trigger. In Halo 4's multiplayer, just firing it at half charge was enough to pierce a Spartan's shields and drop them. I should know. I fell victim to this very railgun more than once. But, like, plasma weapons, if you read what, like, granted, I'm using a lot of how the books describe these things because
Jill, was it?
The books are very clear what plasma weapons do to
She
flesh.
was your partner before, right?
Yeah, my partner from before. What about it?
I was, you know.
Imagine, if you will,
just asking.
not even an overcharged bolt, just a regular plasma pistol bolt punching a fist-sized hole through your chest.
First of all, ow. Second of all, I may not like Jessica, but I think she's asking the real questions here. I think she was trying to ask Chris if him and Jill were intimate, seeing as how they were partners.
Yep, definitely asking the real questions.
I mean, I ship it. I think everyone should. At this point, I think everyone ships Chris and Jill.
At this point, I think the only ones that don't are Capcom themselves, if only because they're afraid of committing.
Jessica, how the fuck did you do that?
Shit!
Chris, are you okay?
It's just my leg. I'm not going anywhere for a while.
Hold on, I'll be right there.
But, like, I've seen the way plasma bolts affect unprotected flesh in the books, and it's horrific. Again, fist-sized hole in your chest with the only, like, with the wound basically instantly cauterized, and any blood that did escape is just a fine red mist.
Damn, there's too many of them.
Hang in there, Chris.
Shit, my ammo's
And
not
that's
gonna
not
last.
even getting into the war crime horror that is the Needler.
Leader.
Like, keep in mind, just a few of those needle shards, which are made of a rare material that are only mined from, like, one of the moons of Helios.
Oh, we got the line! From Jessica. Me and my sweet ass are on our way.
Facepalm.
Oh, Jessica. Oh, you're trying too hard, sweetie.
Much too hard. Like, keep in mind, these things are already razor sharp and pierce through most forms of body armor that aren't Mjolnir. I've seen people died to like 1 or 2 of these injuring the right place. And that's just 1 or 2 of these rounds. Imagine getting stuck with 7. There's a reason I specified 7. If 7 of these things are in the right place at the right time, you get what is called a super combined explosion.
Sorry to bring this up again, but
Bring what up?
do you trust me?
Now imagine those big-ass crystal needles
There's no need to compare.
exploding
I trust you
after
both.
embedding themselves in your
Besides,
flesh because enough of them
trust is
gathered
built
in one
through
place.
actions, not words.
That's so like you, Chris. It's always about the
Halo
job,
doesn't normally treat itself like a horror series, but if you start to think about how the mechanics of everything work, it is a goddamn horror.
Also, I think we can confidently say that Jessica is trying to get into Chris's pants. Unfortunately, Chris's pants are locked up tighter than Fort fucking Knox.
The only thing on Chris's mind right now is gun.
The only thing on his mind right now is gun and mission.
Look, is that the
And
airstrip?
use gun to finish
That's their
mission.
hideout.
Like, Jessica, unless you can bench press Chris himself, I don't think you got a chance, honey.
This is Forkball. Do you read?
Chris here. I read you,
Like,
sir.
we all know Jill can and
all
just
right?
chooses not to.
Where are you?
The interference here killed our signals. We're on Valcoin
So
and
there's
Lock
this
Airport.
artist on Twitter
Damn it.
called D-Bride or
almost set
Dangerous
up.
Bride,
What do you mean?
who does all
Sent
these
Jill and
comics,
Parker to the Mediterranean on faulty intel, but now I've
for
lost
like
contact
different
with them.
ships.
haven't
Ichigo
heard
and
from them
Rukia,
since.
How? What's going on?
Chris,
Dante and Lady,
you better look at
Chris
this.
and Jill, Leon and Ada. And the ones with Chris and Jill are always so cute.
Possible.
Because it's usually the two of them working.
O'Brien, you're not gonna like this. We found the Veltro crest.
Then stories of their resurrection are true. If that's the case,
Then the setup that got Jill and Parker.
Although
It was all-
D-Bride also
Yeah, I'd almost
went
guarantee it.
with
O'Brien, we'll
hopped
go
on
after
the
Jill and Parker.
bandwagon of
I hope
the
that's not a problem.
Redfield
Not at all.
Bloodline,
Make your way to the
meme.
Mediterranean, and we'll keep you
Oh
posted.
god.
No, this is what they did though. This is what they did. It's really
idea
funny
what's
and
going
kind of
on.
cute.
We'll sort it out later.
Claire
We have
goes
to
up
move.
to Jill and says, "Jill, you need to continue the Redfield bloodline with my brother." And Jill just says, "Okay." And Claire's about to go into this whole spiel, and she just goes, "Wait, did you say okay?" Jill's response was, "Yeah. Not like it changes any of my plans." Like, she was fully prepared. Like,
That was legit some Skeletor level jokes on you. I'm into that shit.
exactly. Like, she already planned to do it, and then Claire's like, "You need to do this," and she's like, "I mean, I
I was gonna anyway.
I was going to anyway." And I especially like the ones with Dante and Lady, because it is usually Dante being a dumbass and Lady falling for his charms, but being kind of tsundere about it. Where she is blushing and pissed.
What? Where?
Jill?
Parker.
Wow,
Where are you?
I don't know. A room, I think. Somewhere on the ship.
Damn it.
Since we were talking about ships that we found adorable,
Can you reach HQ?
I looked up some Optimus Prime and Alita 1 stuff,
It seems.
and I found some snippets of the Bayverse comics, which, sadly enough, the comics are significantly better than the movies, but that's not hard.
Yeah.
I mean, it was IDW. It was gonna be good anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, dude, they knew what they were doing. In one of these comic batches, I saw Optimus talking with Sentinel about where they're going to go. Sentinel Prime is taking Optimus over to Trypticon for some kind of political thing. Optimus insisting that he would have rather have gone to Metro Titan with Elita because there's also some important stuff going down there, and he feels the need to be there. The way they wrote Sentinel's dialogue, I don't know when this particular comic was published, but let me put it to you this way. If this was before Dark of the Moon was, in production, casting who they did to play Sentinel in that movie was inevitable.
Leonard Nimoy?
The way he speaks, I heard Leonard Nimoy's voice in those speech bubbles.
All right. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I don't have any weapons! Oh. Oh, that takes care of that.
I mean, we just joked that she could bench press Chris. I'm pretty sure she could kill a zombie by dodging.
And away we go.
Oh, hey, ammo.
For gun, I don't have.
And a locked door that will require a gun you don't have to get through.
You can't fight without a weapon. Just do your best to dodge.
The way we're just talking about the guns and everything, I'm reminded of a stupid little meme that I found. The meme is called Patrick, that's and you fill in the ending blank with a whatever the hell Patrick decided to pick up. We're gonna open a jar. Try it. Patrick picks up the thing. Patrick, that's a thing. Yes. And the reaction SpongeBob says depends on whatever the heck Patrick grabs. Patrick, that's a gun. Yes. Cut to the exterior of the Krusty Krab as you hear the gun go off and SpongeBob starts screaming. Patrick, that's a ba-bomb. Yes. Ba-bomb noises followed by explosion and both of them screaming. Patrick picks up what's clearly some kind of SCP. Patrick, what the fuck is that? Yes. The thing starts screaming as the screen cuts to black.
Oh.
My favorite has got to be when he picks up a Fat Man. It was either a Fat Man or just the mini nuke itself.
Are you okay? I'm
yes.
fine, but
No.
the ship's crawling
Yes.
with BOWs.
No. Yes.
Okay.
No.
Going to need our
Yes.
weapons. I think I saw them on my way here.
And with the
but I
nuclear
couldn't reach
explosion.
them. We should be okay as long as we work together.
I don't to set the world on fire.
Wait, there are more creatures this way. I found these.
Hurts my sense of humor. I wanted to join in
Yeah,
with singing
it
that
just
little
might do the
tune, and
trick.
I just started laughing. And because I started laughing, the coughs followed.
botany, plants medicinal. We already know this shit.
Weapons I found are just up ahead. Hurry.
If you don't know how the herbs work by this point, like, that's on you.
We can't help you. I mean, we probably could, but we're not gonna. Gotta love those liquid adamantium diving suits that clearly do not take damage whenever you get hit with something.
Well, if they did, the game would be too sexy.
Yeah.
Is that a fucking item box?
Oh my god, it is. You know what? I welcome it. I am thankful that it's here. Oh.
We got our equipment. Now
One more.
Now we
Patrick, that's a
contact
creeper.
HQ and tell them what the hell
Yes.
is going on.
Should be able to do that from the bridge. Let's go. This is the room I was stuck in. By the way, what's the deal with that guy?
If that's even the one that did it.
Nope.
He's gay.
Ah, well, they're basically all a collective entity anyway. Like, I'm legit certain that they operate on some kind of hive mind.
I mean, that would not surprise me. The last time we ran into like a leech bioweapon, they had a hive mind.
And when we bump into them again in Resi 5, a game that actually has campaign co-op, more than likely it will be another hive mind. Though I do find it hilarious that it's named for the snake eating its own tail. It's almost like in naming it, they acknowledge it's going to inevitably fail. What's funny, we started the stream talking about entering a new era for the Bear Cave, and I'm just sitting here and I realize our D&D Sundays are about to enter a new era in and of themselves.
Yep.
We finished one game. Like, we just played its epilogue yesterday. And we were creeping up on the end of Strixhaven 2. We're eventually gonna cross over into Witchlight. both our games are going to get rotated out. Huh. On the note of the campaign we finished, though, you know that dedicated fanfic I was writing for Midnight Sky there? Especially after the way the D&D campaign ended, I started considering rewriting portions of that portions of that story to replace the Heliopay lore, which I will use for a different story altogether. Because I'm not getting rid of that. I can still work with it. In favor of a certain King Cosmos. The reason I didn't is because the town's lore is so intrinsically tied to that of Heliopay that if I attempted to change it, it wouldn't make any sense. Like it or not, the mortal who became a deity who then ascended into literally becoming the sun is gonna stay.
It's funny how in two universes, Midnight becomes two separate gods. Well, is related to two separate gods.
It is, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Especially considering his whole attitude towards the whole deity thing. Or rather, his preference to not become one. If he'd been raised a little differently in the actual, Prime Universe there, that fanfic, if he'd been raised a little differently, he might have been a walking god complex. You know, I just realized, if I tend to have a preference for paragons, and Superman tends to be my model for that. Does that make Midnight's parents the pony equivalent of the Kents?
Yes.
Considering how much I adored them in James Gunn's Superman, that is, yeah, I've got stuff to live up to now.
I love how they were portrayed in the James Gunn movie because, they look like normal people.
Mm-hmm. Talk like them too,
and not like retired supermodels.
They look and talk like normal people, which is, you'd think it would be the default for the Kents, considering they're supposed to be normal people who raised Clark to be the goodest boy he could be. Mm-hmm. But, some folks don't get the message. I swear, every superhero movie franchise has that one iteration where, even with any other problems that could have popped up, they got that one supporting character downright perfect. I can't speak for Batman fans, but I know we got a damn near perfect Alfred at some point.
Some would say Michael Caine. I would say... Well, some would say Michael Caine. Some would say the guy from the original movies. I would honestly say I like the Alfred Pennyworth in the show Gotham and The Batman. Because remember,
I know you're talking specifically for live action stuff,
yes.
so I'm going to keep the comments of the DCAU to myself.
If we're talking DCAU, like, the Batman, the Alfred from like the animated series, yes, he is the best. Although I will say I do like the one from Batman Caped Crusader on Amazon.
If I had to pick a close second for my favorite iteration of Alfred in animation, funny enough, the title The Batman pops up again. Except this time it's 2003. Now, for my 2 cents here, since I have seen enough Spider-Man movies to actually make this judgment, for all their flaws, I think the Sam Raimi films gave us the best Uncle Ben and Aunt May. I mean, there's definitely competition with TASM for the best Uncle Ben, but as far as characterization goes, I think Aunt May was really good in the Raimi-verse.
She was pretty good. Like, as far as Uncle Ben goes, like, it's definitely the Raimi movies for me. But I also thought about Aunt May in the MCU movies.
Yeah, I've got no complaints with her.
She's pretty good. It also makes more sense for her to be younger. Because, if Pete's in high school, it would make sense for Aunt May and Uncle Ben to be younger, not older.
I agree with this logic, yes.
I still love Aunt May and Uncle Ben in the Raimi movies, but it also just didn't make sense.
Reminder that in the Raimi-verse, Pete's only in high school for the first third of the first movie, and then for the entire Raimi-verse after that, he's college graduate, more or less.
But, I mean, for the most part, the ages just don't match up, you know?
Though, in fairness, if you look at Amazing Fantasy 15 and see the way they portray Uncle Ben and Aunt May there, too, them being older than Peter's parents and closer to the way they're depicted in the Raimi-verse actually does make sense.
I suppose.
Because, fun fact for you, you know how most things want to put Peter in high school?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to know how many issues of his standalone comic book he actually spent in high school?
How many?
Approximately 14 issues.
Shit.
They came out monthly.
So, 1 year.
More or less.
Well, 1 year and some change.
Like I said, more or less. And you know what happened after that? After he graduated? He went to college. He worked at the Bugle in order to get his, in order to keep afloat. He was juggling college with his
I'm at the bridge.
bills, with spider work.
Hey, Taro!
As much as I enjoy the MCU Spider-Man for what he is, I kind of want to see a Spider-Man that is in college again.
We may get that.
And not just in, the movies themselves. You want to know when the last time we had an adult post-high school Peter in animation was?
Animated series?
Spider-Man Unlimited.
Oh.
We can't change our course.
Not
We're
counting any
completely
cameos
adrift.
he made in other shows.
This is recent. The perpetrator can't be far.
Nope, wait, I take that back. Spider-Man, the new animated series from MTV, that would be the last time we saw
Don't
a
tell
college
me that
age
was
Peter.
the tugboat.
Shit, we'll be stuck here. Deal.
I almost forgot there was a Spidey cartoon on MTV. Also, hot damn that kick!
Yeah!
Freeze, drop the weapon.
Drop yours, Parker.
Who the hell are you?
So, fun fact. That character and Parker we saw in the intro when they were talking about Terra Grigia.
I thought he looked familiar.
I need to look up something. Because I swear to God, if I miss the damn shotgun again.
But, yeah. I actually did sort of forget that he had a cartoon on MTV for a time. You want to know how that series ends?
How?
Because it didn't get renewed for another season, it ends with Peter traumatized from having taken lives as Spider-Man, putting the suit in a suitcase, loading it with cinder blocks, and tossing it into the river.
Shit.
We actually have a Spider-Man series that ends
Resident
with Peter
Evil
quitting.
Revelations.
Jesus. No one could have lived through that.
If only because it didn't get renewed so he could, get back in the swing of
Then the
things. No
setup
pun
that got Jill
intended.
and Parker. It was all...
Okay, pun sort of intended.
It's a trap.
Yeah, I'd almost guarantee it.
O'Brien, we'll go after Jill and Parker.
Make your way to the Mediterranean.
Where?
Damn it. Bastard took all my weapons.
Can you reach HQ?
But the interesting thing about that new animated series, though, was that before Spider-Man 2 went into production, that animated series was supposed to be the continuation of the Raimiverse. It's since become its own separate universe because of the existence of Spider-Man 2. Because a lot of the stuff that happens in that series would not match up.
Understandable.
Namely, the fate of Dr. Kurt Connors. He went lizard and ended up dying when Pete tried to cure him.
Still hurting, Cadet?
No. I can still fight.
That's the spirit.
It's over.
Other supervillains
is
that
finished.
popped up in this show include Electro. I believe they had some version of Kraven here. A Kingpin modeled after the Daredevil movies one.
Which was long overdue.
Which I believe that was also the last time we saw Kingpin as a major Spider-Man antagonist in animation.
Come in. The facility has been breached. We're closing shop. Prepare to go home. Split up and get to
That's
the
the thing with
helipad
street-level
route.
superheroes.
That's
They tend to
important.
share a lot of villains. And Spidey's
I'll cover
got
the
one
hallway with
huge-ass
Jesse.
rogue gallery, so
Cadet, make sure they reach the
he shares
heliport.
with a lot of people.
Fine.
Parker, they've started evacuation
So-
procedures here.
As it
O'Brien?
turns out, it seems that Jessica was also a part
I'm the only one left, General Morgan.
of the
BSAA
FBC
is
during
pulled out.
their regions.
I want you to know that the FBC
Oh,
is
boy.
making a huge mistake.
We have been at war for 3 weeks in an attempt to handle this matter. There have been rescues, there have been losses.
Also,
Too many.
I just realized.
But any further delays would simply cripple our cause.
Brian,
Surely you can understand that.
the BSAA guy.
I'm afraid I cannot. Obliterating the site by satellite is only a quick fix.
He
We could
looks
lose
like
crucial
Columbo.
evidence.
Use of the satellite has already been approved. We can clean up this mess.
I guess you thought of everything.
Like, it
Even
just
the
hit me.
FBC may not be able to cover its tracks on this one.
And so my wife goes on and on about Germa's fat ass this and Germa's fat ass that.
Solutions of yours will only create a new Veltro. Perhaps a dozen of them.
One of the few times I've heard someone actually use AI to have Columbo go on a rant, and it was from a TF2 parody. At least I assume it was
Just let
AI.
all those people die.
Are you finished now, Director O'Brien?
Otherwise, it was a damn good
Everyone, you
impression.
have your orders. Move into position. Raymond, with me.
I love that, like, more
Yes, sir.
Columbo shit has been appearing. Like, there's a comic of it, like, just like a panel or so, or like 2 panels, of Columbo meeting Batman.
Like, when the internet started effectively rediscovering
Shoot all
Columbo,
them sons of bitches first.
it was glorious. Like, I saw multiple people arguing about how and when he would inevitably solve the Death Note.
Open fire!
I don't think the 2 of us is enough.
We want to make it out of here. It's gonna be. After this, we head for the chopper.
So, I would like to add to the game which was a lot less scary. Seeing as how it just mowed down 3 of them with a machine
How
gun.
many are there? Did Veltro make them all?
Can't contain this. Don't worry, we'll find out. Everyone will equate Velcro with terrorism.
And also one
I
hit
think that's
and-
what they're hoping.
Never mind.
No, sorry, I was trying to fend off a coughing fit.
No, I got hit by another one.
That takes care of that.
brought up the
Now it's our
Elita one
turn to get
earlier,
on that
how's
chopper.
about a piece of
That
fun
elevator
trivia?
should still be operational. This way.
Depending on where in the world you are, the answer of when Elita 1's first mass release retail toy, the answer for what that is changes. But in both cases, the mold is identical. God. So, the mold in question, we got it in the States in 2004 as Energon RC. And that would be recolored in the movie line in 2007 for their iteration of Elita 1, prior to Revenge of the Fallen redesigning the character.
Right.
And also killing her off screen. But the thing is, RC was not what the toy mold was called when it was released in Super Link in the relative same year, 2004.
And I'm ordering lobster.
Oh.
She was called Ariel.
What the?
Oh!
Those of you who know your G1 lore know that that was Elita 1's original name before Alpha Trion rebuilt her.
Stairs. Actually, I'm not sure how I feel about stairs.
And given her leadership role over the Omnicons, suddenly starting to realize that this was effectively the first Japanese Elita 1 to have a mass retail toy. So, yes, while we wouldn't have it called Elita 1 until 2007, technically, her first mass retail toy, both here and in Japan, used the exact same mold. We just called it something different when it first came to the States. Then again, a lot of fembots use that RC mold. Like, BotCon used it no less than 3 times for a certain box set.
I remember those BotCon exclusive sets. I remember Evangelist would review them every now and again.
Man, good luck trying to get anything from Dawn of Futures Past. Those days will cost you a few internal organs and a limb.
Good luck trying to find anything from Wings of Honor.
Maybe you could find Flare-Up. Maybe Flare-Up.
Federal Bioterrorism Commission was founded by the U.S. government to be the enforcing agency of the guidelines set forth in the National Species Protection NSPA. This document outlines the FBC's charter and the responsibilities of its members. The FBC is charged with protecting the United States and her interests from biological threats. Our organization will work with other countries and their respective wildlife protection organs to guard public health. As such, we are tasked with ensuring the biological safety of the public at large. The duties of all FBC members, including the research, training, and support of the biological community. Policies will be fomented.
Duties of all FBC members include the research, training, and support of the biological community. Policies will be fomented on a needs-only basis, with any additional budget expenditures and extraordinary activities being approved by a plenary session of the Wildlife Protection Committee, WPC. The FBC chair is selected by the WPC. The chair's duties include the oversight of the FBC and coordination of all activities with the respective U.S. cabinet officials. The FBC chair is the final overseer of the National Animal Protection Community, the NAPC. All members of the NAPC are entitled to request help for the chair, including the Secretaries of State of Defense and Director of National Intelligence. However, the chair has final authority on all matters of national biological safety.
So that's their chart.
Why do I get the feeling this is full of holes?
Oh, it probably is.
But yeah, what I was saying, like, of all the BotCon exclusives, Flare Up from one particular set, I'm trying to remember the name, might be one of the easier ones to get a hold of. Another reuse of the Energon RC mold. This one was originally intended to be Firestar, otherwise Nova Star in today's Transformers continuity. Unfortunately, they couldn't secure the rights to the name, so they gave her a different name and effectively altered the personality accordingly. Instead of being Firestar, you know, Inferno's significant other, she instead trained under Firestar and Inferno both, and is, well, Autobot EOD.
EOD.
Explosive Ordnance Disposal.
Oh, shit.
Let me put it to you this way. She's the Autobot equivalent of Demo Man from TF2. But the terrifying thing is she's sober.
Oh, God.
And she's got a very cheery, upbeat personality that does not match the grimness of her work. It actually disturbs the other Autobots how high spirits she keeps. The only bot that consistently keeps her company is Warpath.
That makes sense.
To quote the wiki, Flare-Up loves her job and does it with a cheerfulness and zeal matched by few of her Autobot comrades. Her task in the Autobot army is to blow things up, and thus her disposition is often considered by her comrades to be a little off-putting. Okay, so not so much explosive ordnance disposal as deployment. More seriously, she tends to enjoy herself so much that she gets careless, and more than once her colleague Chromia has had to pull her quite literally out of the fire.
So, what do you think about that O'Brien guy?
BSAA director? Not my type.
That's not what I meant.
I think he's in the right. He needs to stand up to General Organ.
Yeah,
this character would later be represented in the Wings universe as
a
B-color of Transformers Prime
like
RC.
Still, I wouldn't mind being on the right side of the fight.
Primarily orange, red, and black.
Right. Oh, we're already dead when I...
She works under a version of Jinrai who,
The elevator's on the 6th
while he
floor.
doesn't necessarily
Hurry.
share the mentality of the character, kind of has a tendency to talk like Rorschach.
From
Like I
Watchmen?
said, doesn't like I said, doesn't necessarily share Rorschach's worldview, but has a tendency to use some expressions the character has used.
Now I'm just imagining her going,
Yes, he's done that.
Because, like, from when I read Watchmen, the one thing that, the one thing I remember the most is Rorschach going, like, a gruff, like, every time.
You died, Nope, says Deadpool in the crossover. Like, he was very much not happy with the fact that Deadpool can't die.
Well, if I had to put if I had to describe Rorschach, if I had to describe Rorschach in only a few words, it would be grumpy and crazy.
And that's one of 2 iterations of Jinrai that exists in American media. Keeping him separate from Optimus Prime.
We can get through here. Give me a hand.
Want to know what the other version of Jinrai we got was?
What?
For the love of God!
Jessica,
The
hurry!
Doomslayer, basically.
Motherfucker!
The wiki even jokes with this caption under the little bottom photo of Don Jinrai. Against all the evil that hell can conjure, all the wickedness that mankind can produce, we will send unto them only you. Rip and tear until it is done.
There's a boss fountain.
Hey, does anyone else hear, like, boss music echoing in the distance? Why is it getting louder? Instead of an Optimus Prime looking guy in primarily orange and red, they get a giant blackest lion bot with a pair of cannons and wings. Hello, Victory Leo, whose personality is largely Jinrai's intact. It's because of Victory Leo that they basically gave him the whole Transformers version of the Doomslayer thing. Oh, and to put a fine point on this, imagine the Doomslayer was also the Human Torch. You have Jinrai.
Okay.
So yes, if the Doomslayer could set himself on fire to cause extra damage to opponents. the timelines to get right, good luck getting your hands on a second-hand Hazmat Signal. Those things are expensive as fuck.
About $300, give or take. Given the one I saw at my local store.
If I did manage to scratch up the money to get one of those Hazmat Omega Primes on sale just to give you a copy, I would be checking it right out the box to make sure it's not damaged.
Fair.
Like, and doing whatever maintenance required before it gets to you, so you don't have to worry about the thing's torso cracking.
We're fine. But that was crazy. I can't believe Morgan decided to fly the city with the solar energy satellite.
Raccoon City.
Because apparently some people have had issues with the hit ratchets.
Wiped off the face of the Earth. By tomorrow morning, Terra Grigia will be just a name in the history book.
We did do everything we could, right?
I hope we did.
Back.
Well, just don't forget.
I'm gonna go grab a thing or two.
While he's taking a break, I'm going to get a refill of iced tea. Back in a flash, folks.
I've got my Superion here. Unfortunately, I only have like 3/5 of Superion. But I still got him. Now the hard part is tracking down the other two toys. And I have most of Devastator. Missing his right arm and right leg, which have become increasingly expensive online, which makes me very worried.
About that lobster dinner you owe me.
When have I ever gone back on my word?
If it turns into a Minosaur thing again, I'm pissed. One toy becomes fucking like completely like one toy becomes so rare that it's gone up to like $300, so you can't complete it.
Get the lead out, we gotta go!
Okay, ladies first!
Triggered a chain reaction. Look, the city.
The city's so bright.
Greetings. No more.
We came to help, but did nothing.
Fucking hell. Alright, I'm gonna save. Hey, come on, you still there? Okay, he is not there. So this is what the BP is for. Well, I guess I just have to wait for him to come back. So far, I'm really liking this game. I say really liking it. I like it. It's pretty good. All the weird shots of Jill and Jessica and that one dead chick aside. Seriously, I feel like they were really trying for a specific demographic. We will be playing this game until we beat it every Monday. No more marathon, at least for now. Come Thursday, we will finish Super Robot Wars 30. Hell or high water. And tomorrow we will be playing Doom 64, I believe. Wednesdays will be the same as usual. So, off. And Fridays, as I have mentioned before, will be for that. So yeah, new era of the Bear Cave. New tech, new games. Tavern Spruce is going to be real good this year. It's going to be plenty spooky.
I'm back. Sorry I'm late.
Welcome back.
I was going to get refill on my iced tea, then decided to grab some lunch while I was at it.
Well, we are at the end of the day.
Fair enough.
I was just showing off Superion.
Very jealous of that.
And my Devastator, who I am currently taking apart and back into the construction vehicles.
You know, we want to talk how expensive shattered glass transformers are, or like BotCon in general, but specifically this example is shattered glass. The Shattered Glass Soundwave BotCon exclusive goes for $210. That's including the shipping. BotCon animated Auto Trooper is about $65, including the shipping. Thrustinator commands a price of $275.
Thrustinator?
They took one of the Beast Wars second Cyborg beasts and repainted it to look like, you know, Waspinator and Thrust, circa the end of Beast Machines. Because it looks like a fusion of Waspinator and Thrust, they call it Thrustinator.
Since I suppose.
Let me see if I can't find you a quick shot of one. Alright, I'm about to DM them to you.
Now that Mikumon's back, thank you all for watching. This has been Vegas Bear 92.
With Bakumon.
Back to our regularly scheduled schedule.
It's good to be back.
Yep.
As much as we love Super Robot Wars, we can only do the marathon for so long.
And we only have so much time until the Cavern Speaks begins.
Considering how quickly we got through this much of the game today, I imagine in another week or two we'll be starting Resi 5.
Possibly. Because I do remember being stuck on this game for a bit. But anyway. If you like what we do and want to see us keep doing it, feel free to support us any way you wish.
Be it monetarily, engagement, YouTube subscription, or just by sharing us around. Every little bit helps.
Yep. And as always, stay safe, stay comfy, stay hydrated, stay healthy. Be good to each other. And we'll see you all on the next one. Peace.